Good morning, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jim Tedesco, and I'm the county executive, but I'm also a person that believes in wellness and health and good mental health. And we're here today to talk about a program that the county is sponsoring, along with the partners at Hackensack Meridian. And I wanted to just be here not only just to welcome you, but to say how excited I am that at the county level, we're gonna help people become healthier. And not only healthier physically, because certainly you can look at me and I can definitely need to be healthier physically, but not only physically, but mentally and inside. And so this has been about a year in the making, right? And when they came to me and said we want to do a wellness program, I said yes, didn't hesitate, and I'll tell you why. The company that I came from in the private industry, when I retired from, started a wellness program late into my tenure there. And as a manager, I wasn't sure how it would play out, and I wasn't sure whether there was really any value to it. I will tell you that as time went on, the wellness program that we had played a very important role in the overall success of the company. And when I say that, it was because there were things that you didn't realize were tied to wellness and how good you feel or how good you don't feel. But let me tell you the biggest thing. So my position was a general manager on the customer service side of the house. So we were responsible to interact with the largest customers in the state of New Jersey, with government officials. And what I saw and what we found statistically is that as folks started to participate in the wellness program, they did feel better. They were physically better. But the biggest thing that I saw from a personal standpoint is that their behavior and their outlook changed. They actually became happier. They actually felt good. They actually felt good to come to work in the morning because they had energy, because they felt good. And it really helped change the culture. And not only from the wellness side, but we had some serious safety issues. And it was a real culture shift. And I'm talking about a utility that's was well over 100 years old. People that deal with 13,000 volts of electricity in their bare hands, or gloved hands, people that are down in trenches working on high-pressure gas. And so their lives are on the line every day, no different than many of the first responders. But to change that culture and make them understand that feeling better is a good thing. And then what we did is we actually expanded it to the families. And we saw such a change. And so blood pressure levels went down. People with diabetes that had never been diagnosed were diagnosed with diabetes, but early on, so that it didn't get any worse. We certainly had challenges to lose weight and things like that. Cholesterol. I mean, so those are the basics. But then there was surveillances, right? So we pushed to have PSAs. We pushed to have all other ones. Well, guess who was one of those fortunate people? Me. I had early detected PSAs. They were nice and flat. All of a sudden, a year later, a jump. All of a sudden, 6 months later, another jump. Lo and behold, biopsies, and the doctor says, come to see me. And you never want to hear those words, right? And you sit there and he says, you have cancer. And then I have to put a plan together. Fortunately, I could stand here today and say I'm a cancer survivor like many of you. But what happened? The early detection allowed me to be able to have the ability to make those choices that I wanted to, right? I took a year before I actually made the choice to take the treatment that I needed. But that early surveillance gave it to me. And it was because we were doing it at work. I will tell you that we also, when I was the mayor of Paramus, in the early 2000s and the mid-2000s, we rolled a wellness program out in Paramus. And today, the mayor is part of the Mayor's Challenge. And if you don't know what that is, that's a weight loss program for municipalities. But it continues to be offered there. Many, many free screenings that we started in Paramus are still free for people to go. So for me, it's personal. For me, it's about wanting all of you to be healthy. I want you to come to work every day. I want you to feel good. I want you to go home and be able to enjoy your family, your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, your friends. And the better that we work at making ourselves better, we'll all be better. And so it's not hard. And with the help of the health department and Hackensack Meridian, you'll see that just a little bit of effort will go a long way. So I personally wanted to be here today to welcome you, as I said, but I also wanted to personally share with you some of my personal stories about why this is important and why I said, let's do this, right? Because I truly believe that the thousands of employees we have here in the county can be healthier and happier. And I don't see anything wrong or any downside to that. So thank you for having me here today, and I want you to know that I'm going to be one of the first to take advantage of the wellness program. And I'm hoping that I can help myself make a difference. So thank you.